Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a distance Reiki session where I will be working on your energy. I have several crystals to help me with the energy and directing kind of the flow of that. But otherwise, no tarot cards tonight for those of you guys that are regulars. Um, Before we get into it, a few things. If you guys want to watch this video ad-free, you can do that by subscribing to my YouTube channel. There's an option to have an ad-free Reiki video pop up for you. Um, let's see, I also need your consent to work on your energy. So either out loud, in your head, in the comments, wherever you feel most comfortable, just agree to receive this energy healing. I think that might be it. Oh, if you guys have any requests, please do let me know in the comments. I do read through those. So I think with that, we will go ahead and get started. I will list all the crystals in the description box below too, so don't worry about trying to keep track of them if you want to find them later. We're going to start with just a selenite cleanse. This Reiki session is really all about coming back into your body, releasing some anger, grief, anything that you've been holding on to, especially over the last few days, just to let this go. Send it back to Mother Earth. If you felt your feelings, then you don't need to keep feeling them. You can let them go and you can move on. I can tell that there's a lot of anger in your throat, like it's a mix of anger and grief. It's like making my voice want to quiver. It wants to come out, it wants to be felt, it wants to be acknowledged. Have you stopped to acknowledge how you feel this week? If not, now is the perfect time. Just take a moment to reflect on what you've been through. As you start to have these memories pop into your head, just make sure you keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to be so gentle with you today. It's been a hard week. Make sure you keep breathing. Good. So ever so slowly, we're going to attach a grounding cord to you. In fact, I'm going to do it for you, so all you have to do is just lay there, sit there, however you may be. If you want to let your eyes close, you can do that. If you want them open, that's perfectly fine too. Do whatever feels right for you. But do make sure you're sitting or laying down, not moving, just be here. I am going to take one of my favorite grounding cords to make for myself. It is a giant cedar tree out in my front yard, and rather than taking the roots, I like to take the trunk of the tree. And ever so lovingly, I'm going to strip it of its bark so we get a nice, smooth log. And on that log, I like to start carving in very intricate, detailed carvings of whatever is representative of the things I love, the things I have in my life that mean a lot to me. So my carving generally has like my family, my pets, the activities I like to do, the things that make me happy. So I usually put a lot of flowers, like I have in my new background here. So many flowers, so many trees, mountains, maybe some yoga poses. Just watch that log carve itself. It does it very efficiently, very quickly. As you have those things pop into your head that mean so much to you, they just start to appear on the log. I like to do this around the holidays too, so as we get closer to a holiday, I have carvings represent that holiday, so maybe some pumpkins for Halloween, maybe some trees for solstice or Christmas. Always a sun. I feel like there's always a sun carved into this log. Good. That log is going to be so incredibly full of all the different carvings. And that carving and that log is so beautiful. Good. Now that you see your tree, your log, your carving, we're going to take that carving. We're going to release whatever grounding cord you had on your root chakra before. Just let it go. We're going to take this carved log, and it's hollowed out now too, so it's a nice tube. We're going to attach it to your root chakra right at the base of your spine. And the other end of that tree trunk is going to stretch straight down into the middle of the earth, all the way down. I've put it there for you, so you don't even have to do anything. Just know it's there. And this tree trunk is quite magical. Now that it's stuck to your root chakra in the center of the earth, you are grounded. But we're going to take this grounding cord and this tree trunk, and it's going to grow so wide so it encompasses all of you. Your physical body would get sucked right down in, but you don't have to worry about that because that's not how this works. Any energy that does not serve you is going to be suctioned out, vacuumed, cleaned out of your body, straight down to the earth. I'm going to switch crystals here to this coral flower agate. I just got shivers down my spine. We're rooting out all this anger and this grief and this frustration and this passion and caring, and we're taking out all the hard bits of this and letting it go. We still want you to care. We still want you to have passion, to go forward in life and to march towards what matters most to you. But sometimes that takes a moment of knowing that whatever your path is may have actually taken a step backwards. Maybe you're taking a detour. Maybe you need to take a side path. Maybe the story's not done unfolding yet. And that can be really frustrating and so full of anger. And part of the cycle of life is feeling all of those things. It's hard to have the good be so good if you don't have the bad to go with it. If it's just good all the time, then it no longer becomes good. There's a cycle to it all. And so even with these feelings of frustration, it's still a moment to be grateful. It's still a moment to recognize that maybe we're on the downturn of a cycle. We are marching towards winter solstice, and winter solstice is all about turning inwards and shedding what has been, letting go of what no longer is. The leaves have been falling from the trees to the ground. They're shedding shedding what they no longer need because they've got enough energy for the winter to turn inwards, go dormant, and rest, heal, and recover. So just acknowledge that you're resting. You need to recover. You might feel energy moving down your body. Just move past my shoulders down into my sacral chakra. You're doing a good job of letting things go. Just allow them to flow. I need some humor in here. Okay, we're switching to some levity here. We're going with some orange calcite, and I'm gonna tell you guys a knock knock joke. We were talking about knock knock jokes the other day at work, and my coworker was trying to tell me this knock knock joke. He totally biffed, and it was quite hilarious. But you say knock knock, and who's there? You say apple. You say apple who? Knock knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Aren't you glad I didn't say apple? Except my coworker was saying orange the whole time, and I think he reiterated it probably 5 or 6 times before he was like, wait, how do I end this joke? And it just was so funny. It made me laugh. But also, it reminded me of how hard it is to remember what knock knock jokes are. Like, when I was a kid, I knew so many knock knock jokes, but I had forgotten about the orangey glad I didn't say apple. The only one I tend to remember is interrupting cow. And if you haven't heard that one, it is quite good. It's knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting moo. It's terrible, but I'm here for the dad jokes. Good. Just, it's okay if it's funny, even if in the cheesiest way. Good, good, good. You're doing great. I feel like I'm gonna lecture you, but you get to hear it anyways. Even if you're just cringing at how terrible those jokes were, because I know they were bad. Just, you don't have to sugarcoat it for me. The fact that you're allowing yourself to like react in a way that's different from what you've been feeling, that's what we're going for. And that's perfect. We're finding a path forward. You've wrung those feelings out you've had for the last week. That's great. You felt them. Let them go. Let's replace them with something that will bring you back to happiness again, that will bring back your springtime, your summer. I don't think I've pulled this out for this video yet, but it's eluding me, so we're gonna do it anyways. I've got lepidolite here. It's a giant heart. We're filling you up with all the happy vibes now that we've got you cringing at me a little bit. Lepidolite is wonderful. It has lithium in it, so if you handle the crystal, you'll get the teeniest, tiniest, whatever the word is, little tiny dose of lithium that gets absorbed through your skin, and it's not anything that will harm you at all. even if that is a medication that you take. But it's just enough to give you a little tiniest boost. And of course, the vibrations of the crystal bring you right up to. I just got a picture of a cake. I think there's a party. I need you to find a reason to celebrate. And that reason can be as simple as you got out of bed today. That's perfect. I want you, if you don't like cake, that's okay. I'm not a big cake fan either, but if you have something that you like to do when you celebrate, maybe it's a favorite cup of tea, maybe it's watching a movie, your favorite movie, maybe taking a bath, or if you want to go really big, maybe it's going to a spa. That's one of my favorite things to do. I want you to find any reason to celebrate. And if you're really uncomfortable celebrating yourself, which you shouldn't be, you should absolutely be celebrating yourself. You can find another reason to celebrate. Maybe it's your dog's birthday. Maybe your cousin's getting married. Maybe Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away and you're just so excited that you get to mark the 2 week countdown to Thanksgiving. I don't know. Or don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I know some people have issues with that, but whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. It could be the 1 month mark to solstice. We're still marching towards the darkest days of the year in the northern hemisphere, but although the days are getting shorter, solstice is the reason to celebrate because the light will be coming back. All you have to do is shift your perspective for whatever situation you're in right now. If you don't like what it's doing, you can either change the situation or you can change how you feel about it. That is what is within your control. And if you can't change the situation, then best be changing your perspective about it. And sometimes that perspective can be as good as knowing that the story is not over yet. The last crystal I'm going to be working with is rhodolite and pink garnet mixture. This is a very loving, warm stone. We're going to lock in some of this love, this levity, this positivity, this new perspective. Yes, we're getting towards the shortest day of the year. But as soon as we get there, we're going to turn around and start getting lighter again immediately. It might be getting darker, but the story's not over yet. Take a deep breath. Good, out through your mouth. Don't get sucked down into your seriousness yet. There's plenty of time for that later. I want you to think of your happiest memory right now. And what I've got coming up in my head is a bunch of little, like, baby cows mooing their heads off, and maybe some baby piglets running around too. Baby animals, like, there's something about them. They're just so stinking cute. Or even like babies laughing. You can't help but laugh with them. Like, you have no idea what they're laughing about, but it doesn't matter because their laugh is so infectious that it's just, you can't help but be happy. Or maybe it's that memory of that beach vacation where you were just laying warm on the sand in the sun, taking an afternoon nap from just sheer exhaustion because you've been having so much fun all morning. And watching that sunset out over the water where the whole sky lights up bright pink because the cloud cover is just right to catch the reflection of the sun. It's a warm, breezy night. I want you to go to that place. I'm even seeing like a log cabin in the heart of November where it's just pouring down rain and disgusting outside, but you get to sit and watch the rain from a hot tub, and it's perfect. And then maybe cozying up by the fire after your hot tub excursion with another cup of hot cocoa or tea and a nice blanket, and you're just cozy and bundled up and relaxed. I want you to go to that place. Good. And this is where I'm going to leave you here for tonight, folks. If you need to take some time to just be in this place, please do. Just turn the videos off, turn the noise off. Just be as long as you can in this place. And be gentle with yourself. Find whatever levity you can and roll with it. So, the light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for being here today. Namaste.